Well, let's begin. Welcome back to Lookout Yoga, or welcome for the first time. I like to read from this book every once in a while, The Way Forward. The author is Young Pueblo. So just know I'm not coming up with this stuff on my own here. I wanted to read this excerpt today to begin the practice. And so if you're there on your yoga mat, let's go ahead and get into a meditative posture. Not knowing what time of the day it is for you, but I'm going to take a Virdrasana, a sitting, kneeling posture, because that is what's comfortable for my body right now. You are welcome to take a simply seated. Soften that tailbone down. Let's begin to stack the bones. So what I mean by stacking the bones is just bring that lower belly in a little bit and knit the top of the ribs together slightly. Okay, not an overly exerting crunch, please. Just maybe even a minor cough to yourself. Now let's begin to move those shoulders down and back. Begin to lift the heart space up to the ceiling. Lift the chin, maybe tuck it in so that your ears are in line with your shoulders. Shoulders in line with ribs. You're following. You're doing it. You're doing great. We're just sitting up nice and tall in a simply seated posture. Inhale through the nose. And then I just want you to exhale softly out. Sink into your seated posture. Good. If you want to close your eyes, you're welcome to, just to bring that awareness internally. Inhale through the nose. Sit up nice and tall, filling the body with that fresh breath. And exhale softly. Even soften the jaw here. Very good. Maybe begin to do a scan of what you feel in the body. What's going on with your ankles? What's going on with your knees right now? What about your hips? How does your tummy feel? Tummy. That's such a cute word sometimes. So I'm just speaking to your inner child. Right? Good. Soften those shoulders. Notice where there might be tension in the body right now. Just becoming aware. I'm going to read from here just a little quote. You need your own definition of happiness. One that reconnects you with the beauty of where you are now and does not postpone your joy until you accomplish something in the future. One that is centered on embracing and not striving. You need your own definition of happiness. One that is centered on embracing and not striving. Very good. Let's inhale. Let's sweep the arms up overhead. Maybe look up gently. Drop your shoulders down towards your heart as you lift the hands up. Fingertips touch, palms come together. Exhale. Lower belly engages. Soften that tailbone down if you have ducktailed it out. Good. Let's keep that engagement. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands at Anjali Mudra or heart space. Prayer hands. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Fill the lungs, fill the top of the throat. Exhale, deflate, soften. Very good. We're going to continue with our six-way spinal stretch. Anchor one set of fingertips down or your hand beside you. Inhale, lift the opposite arm up. Again, drop those shoulders down, ribs together. Exhale, and give me a good side bend. So open across the side body. Anchor down through the hip. Drop that shoulder down. On an inhale, let's come up neutral. Very good. Switch it out. Inhale here. Exhale. Softly bend and extend. So you're compressing in one side of the ribs and opening in the other. Again, inhale, arms up. We're going to do those side bends again. Exhale to the side. Beautiful. Good. Inhale, come on up. And exhale, switch it out. Not striving, embracing. One more time. Inhale, arms up. Yeah, we're doing 3 sets of these right out the gate. Nice. Inhale, come on up. Keep that lower belly engaged, please. Warming up the core as we do this. Exhale, gently moving to the other side. Tuck that chin in if it's head forward, please. Or look down to protect the neck. Good. Inhale, come on up to neutral. Take a big cleansing breath in. And on your exhale, let's place a thumb by the base of the spine and begin to twist. So my opposite hand is on the outside edge of this knee, and then I gently twist. Now, if this is where you're at, then let's stay here. But that back arm, if you have a little bit more flexibility, you're welcome to reach for the opposite hip and begin to drop the shoulders down and keep twisting and looking towards the back behind you. Good. There is compression in the torso here. Again, breathe deeply, expand the belly, and let's massage those organs by exhaling and compressing in. Very good. Gently unwind as you follow that flow of circulation. And on the exhale, the opposite thumb comes to the base of the spine behind you, sitting up nice and tall. Separate the bones, opposite hand to the outside edge and twist. Seated spinal twist, allowing that neck to gently move. Now I want you to find the edge and lessen it for the gentle twist. Good. Inhale, lengthen through the crown of the head. Drop those shoulders, drop those hips down. And again, if this side has more flexibility, you're welcome to take that back hand too. I hope you're exhaling and twisting here, but you can reach back to the opposite hip. Very good. Inhale, slowly unwind, following that circulation. Keep the bones stacked. Good. Exhale, twist it out. Welcome that flexibility in the torso, around the ribs, around the heart space. Nice. Very good. Inhale, come neutral. Exhale, begin to twist in the opposite direction. So ground it down, lengthen through the top of the head, soften those hips, soften those shoulders, twisting a little bit further, just micro movements here. Good. Encourage that compression in the belly when you exhale. Inhale, lengthen and expand. Exhaling. These twists can be very detoxifying as well. Not just massaging those organs, but very, very good. Very, very good. All right. Inhale, come forward. Let's do one more set of those twists. Nice and gentle. Inhale in the center. Exhale, gently twist to the side. Sink into it. Feeling way more comfortable this last time around. Maybe adding a little bit more expansion in the neck. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, little twist. Perfect. Inhale, come forward. Notice I'm moving nice and slow. And then exhale, let's twist in the opposite direction. Only begin to advance when the sensation has dissipated. Breathe into that stretch. Notice the different sensations going on around the shoulders, around the shoulder blades. You're doing it. You're doing good. You're doing good. And release this down. Very nice. If you are seated kneeling, we're going to meet everybody else and is simply seated. And whatever leg is in the front, I want you to switch that leg out and move it in the back. Good. Make sure you're moving the flesh away from the sacrum so that your sits bones feel rooted and grounded down. I want you to inhale, lengthen up, sitting tall. And when you exhale, I want you to crawl forward. Start to hinge at the hip. Hinge, hinge, no rounding. I just want you to reach forward with your heart space. Now, if you want to reach those arms out, that's great. But if we're rounding, that's going to mess with your flow of energy. So please don't do that. Let's just hinge forward, sit those sits bones down, and breathe into those hips. Good. Slowly draw it all the way back, pressing that lower belly into the spine to lift tall. Now let's switch the legs here. Inhale here. Exhale, hinge forward. Wow, my right hip is way tighter than that other side. Ho, ho, ho. Hello, good morning. Yes, I know you are there. So I'm gently, I feel a lot of stress and tension in one area of the body, so I'm just going to rub it out and encourage that circulation. I just encourage you to be very aware of the different sensations your body is bringing to your mind. Good. And let's walk it back up. We're going to do those hinges again, but we're going to do straight legs this time. So let's lengthen out the legs. And again, if you need to readjust your seat, please do so that you are nice and rooted. Sitting up nice and tall, I'm going to activate the muscles in my legs, just flexing the feet, flexing the quads, a little bit in my calves. I'm going to inhale, lengthen, slowly going to hinge forward to my edge. My low back says, that is good. I'm right here. Hands are right near my shin. I'm just going to breathe into this space. I encourage you to do the same. Go to your edge, maybe lessen a little bit so that it's a nice gentle stretch, encouraging relaxation in the stretch. Okay. Sometimes when we push and we're striving too much, it can hurt us. It actually doesn't benefit us to stay in that state of stress. We want to relax and be gentle into these stretches, and that's how we advance. A little bit more with patience. Very nice. Slowly lift it up. We're going to add a little twist. So let's twist to the side. I'm going to bring my right thumb to the base of my spine here and then lengthen my spine up. I'm going to reach the left hand for the outside of my right foot or my right leg. My legs are still active, slightly engaged in here. I'm just going to twist. Now in this twist, I'm going to start to hinge a little more forward towards my right pinky toe. I'm slowly guiding that hand down the leg, or I can reach it off. And it does activate those left obliques here. Good lengthening and reaching and twisting at the same time. Big breath. One more time. And then I slowly start to sit up in the twist and then untwist. Very good. Keep those legs active. Inhale here. Inflate the belly, and I'm gently going to bring my left thumb to the base of the spine. On my exhale, I'm going to twist first, sitting up tall. Maybe on the next breath, I start to hinge towards my left pinky toe. I'm slowly guiding that palm of or my fingers of my right hand on the outside edge of my left leg, or you can just reach and extend. Keep breathing, lengthening through the crown of the head, and then hinging, activating now the right oblique. You might even feel an activation of the right hip flexor. There's sensation there for me. Woo! And a nice little stretch in my QL, my low back there. And then I slowly start to sit up in the twist, softening my left shoulder here because I noticed that tension coming up, and then I slowly unwind here. Let's go and take a butterfly pose. There's a lot of circulation going on below the belly, and I'm sure above the belly button. Good. I'm just going to bring my soles of the feet together here, and I'm holding above my ankles, okay? So I don't want to put a lot of stress on the ankle joint. I don't want to grab all the bones in my feet as well, because that stress and tension, that energy is going to travel up. So I already started rounding here, looking at the camera, so I'm going to try to readjust. I need my hands here to sit up nice and tall. Now, if you have long limbs, congratulations. You don't have to use your hands as support. I do have short arms and short torso, so sometimes you can just add a little bit of pressure on the inside here. Or again, if you want to grab above the ankle to sit up nice and tall. Now, if you're feeling like a hinge is what your body is leading you to, I just encourage you to breathe through it and honor that encouragement to hinge forward. Again, I don't want to encourage any rounding right now. We can also build a little bit of our back muscles by moving our shoulders down and back. A slight engagement, the upper back as you hinge forward. Keep that lower belly engaged if you are hinging. And if you're just sitting up nice and tall, then that's what you need to do. Beautiful. Very good. We're going to bring the soles of the feet to the mat here. Hip width apart, please. Now, I am going to bring my palms to the mat, but my fingers are going to face my feet. I'm going to put a little angle here. Spread my fingers wide. Grip the mat with those fingertips and heels of the hand. I'm going to lift the chest up, and then I'm going to bring that lower belly in. On an exhale, I'm going to drop the knees to the right and drop my left shoulder back. Inhale, bring the knees up. We're going to windshield wiper these knees. Exhale, knees to the left, right shoulder back, but not overly exerting. Just stay in alignment, please. They're very good. Flex the feet. Inhale, center. Exhale to the side. Inhale, center, lower belly's engaged. Exhale to the side. Hello, welcome to a minor ab workout and a little hip stretchy workout. I hope you're still moving and breathing. Okay, I don't know why my feet came up, but I've got to plant those puppies down when they come center and exhale to the side. Good. How are your dogs? I hope they're not barking. I used to have 2 dogs and I just have 1 now. But stay focused. Stay focused. Good. Inhale coming up and exhale to the side. Good. All right. Let's come center once we are even and move right into a tabletop. Let's do some cat-cow rounds. If you got to shake out those wrists, then shake those out. Just moving any kind of extra stress or sensation out of there. All right. Spread those fingers wide. Knees under hips, wrists under shoulders. Inhale, lift the tailbone, drop the belly, lift the gaze. Exhale, round it out. Tailbone down. Separating shoulder blades, chin comes into the chest. Inhale, tailbone goes up. Shoulder blades together. Stretch the front of the neck. Exhale, round the tailbone. Separate the shoulder blades. Chin to chest. One more time. Inhale into cow. Heart is lifted. Exhale, round it all the way out. Good. Come neutral and tabletop, please. Tuck those toes. Lift the knees up to hover. Pause. Now I want you to press into the finger pads and heels of the hands and move your hips back. And then forward, keeping those knees lifted. And back. And forward. And back. And forward. Good. Shifting that weight back. Hips down and then shifting it forward. Again, back, forward. One more time. Go back and then straighten the legs. And you can keep those knees bent if you'd like. Downward facing dog is here. Good. Shoulders down and back, please. Keep the top of the ribs together. Drive the heels to the mat. If you're feeling like you need to walk that dog a little bit, bend one knee, straighten the other leg. Then do so, honor that space to wake up, reawaken the backside of the body, those hamstrings and calves that support you through this life. Very good. Now I want you to look forward, bend those knees to hover, and I want you to step the left foot on the outside of the left hand. Now step the right foot on the outside of the right hand. Soften your bottom down and start to lift the shoulders up. Roll those shoulders down and back, and here we are in a malasana. I'm going to bring my elbows on the front of my knee. Start to press it back. Good. When I exhale the next time, I'm going to move into a forward fold. So hands on the mat, squeegee the feet to hip width apart. Keep those knees soft. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen. And I want you to exhale, hands at heart, sit back in a chair. Good. Come up on the balls of the feet. Lift your heels so that you can slip a credit card underneath and soften that hip bone back and down. Good. Now release the arms to the side, palm forward. Inhale, ground the heels down and start to squeeze the bottom as you lift up into mountain. Good. On an exhale, I just want you to give me a little baby back bend. Nothing overly exerting. On the exhale, come neutral. Good. Inhale, reach one arm up, only side bend. Good. Come neutral. Inhale, opposite. Exhale. Inhale, come up. Exhale, arms at a T, and then twist. Hips forward. Inhale, come neutral. Drop the shoulders down. Exhale, twist to the other side. Hips forward. Inhale, come up. Reach the arms up here. Exhale, give me that back bend. Drop the shoulders down. Drop the shoulders down. Good. Inhale, come up. Exhale, fold all the way forward. Thank you. Good. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the mat. Left foot back, then the right into a straight arm plank. Inhale at the top. Exhale, drop the knees. Release the toes. Lower all the way down in a tricep push-up. Good. Inhale, lengthen into baby cobra, squeezing those elbows in tight. Or if it's already in your practice to do a full cobra, then do that. But please don't push it. On an exhale, after breathing into the hip flexors there, tuck those toes, lift the knees off the floor, and then round in the belly button, and lift up and back into that downward facing dog. Very good. Now I want you to look forward at the thumbs, and I want you to shift into a straight arm plank. Shoulders down and back. Exhale, downward facing. Inhale, straight arm plank. Exhale, downward facing. Again, inhale, straight arm. Shoulders down and back, ribs together. Good. Exhale, downward facing. Again, inhale, straight arm plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Again, inhale, straight arm plank. Shoulders above the wrist. Exhale, ribs together, push them up and back. One more time. Inhale, straight arm plank. Exhale, rock it back to downward dog. Walk the dog out here if you'd like. Loosening up a little bit more if that's in your practice. Otherwise, you are breathing deeply in your downward facing dog. Spreading those fingers wide, gripping the mat with those fingertips and heels of the hands, so much so that the palms come up off of that mat. Fantastic. Good. Now look forward at those thumbs. Bring the knees down to hover. Step the right foot on the outside of the right foot. Step the left foot on the outside of the left foot. Soften the tailbone down as you lift the heart and retract those shoulders back and down in a shoulder draw. This time, my elbows are coming onto the inside of my legs, and I might add a little bit of resistance. So I'm squeezing my knees in as my elbows are squeezing my knees out. That's just an option. Good. All right, right here. Malasana. Low yogi squat. Very, very good. Inhale here, sit up nice and tall in your yogi squat, and then exhale, fold forward. So hands on the mat, bring those feet hip width apart, toes are forward, soften the knees. Melt into this pose. Move your neck around and release that tension. So chin to the right, center, chin to the left, center, skull back into the spine, and chin tucks into the chest. Very good. Release those arms, grab the elbows, sway a little bit. Nice. There you go. There you go. Now let's inhale, halfway lift. Use the top of the ribs to lengthen, please. Ribs together. On your exhale, hands at heart, sit back into your chair pose. Good. We're going to bring the feet together in this chair pose. So squeeze those inner thighs together. I want your right elbow on the outside of the left knee. And then you're going to try to stack the shoulders. So move the left shoulder back and down and squeeze those knees together. Do your best to keep them centered. You're doing good. If it's in your practice, you're welcome to open those hands. But if this is where you're at, you are in a good place. Keep breathing through it. Sit back, sit back, sit back. Thank you. You want those quads parallel with the mat if possible. Inhale, come up with the chest only. Now, I want you to stand slowly and then lift the heels up. 10, lower. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands at heart, sit it all the way down. Ribs together, lower belly in. Left elbow on the outside of the right leg and twist. Chair twist. Good. And again, if opening is in your practice, you are welcome to do that here. Very good, very good. Lengthen and breathe and sit those hips back and down. Keep that lower belly engaged. Twist. Good. If your arms are extended, please bring them back to the heart space and unwind here. Release the hands down. Inhale, lift up. This time we're going to separate the toes, keep the heels together, and lift for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're going to separate the heels so that they're hip width apart. Inhale, lift both arms up. Exhale, side bend in the opposite direction that you did the last time. Inhale, come on up. Exhale to the other side. Good. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, wide elbows this time with a back bend. Inhale, come on up. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, hands on the mat. Right foot back, then the left foot. Plank is back. Inhale at the top. You can shift the weight on the balls of the feet forward so the shoulders are coming towards your fingernail beds. And then give me that tricep push-up. So slowly move to hover. Then flip the feet and inhale, lift up. Here's an up dog. Now, if that is not in the practice, that's okay. We would just do your regular chaturanga. And yes, I'm holding this pose for a little bit. So I want you to move your neck from side to side. Grip the mat with those fingertips, whether you are in cobra or up dog. My knees are not touching. Good, my shoulders are down the back. Then I'm going to cave the belly in. Flip on my feet. Use the ribs, top of the ribs, to move your hips up and back. Good, in an inversion so that your head is below your heart. You're doing great. You're doing great. Now, bend the knees to hover. Walk the hands to the feet, please. Now, fold forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, give me chair pose with the arms extended. Hold. 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 Good. Bring the feet together. Hands come to the heart. I want you to twist to the right. So left elbow on the outside of the right leg. We're not staying here forever, I promise. Inhale, come up to chair with the hands at heart. And then exhale, twist in the opposite direction. Twist, 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 twist. Good. Come back into chair with arms extended. Exhale, sink low, and then inhale into mountain with palms forward. Now, let's bring the heels out, toes in, reach the hands up, but palms up, so fingers are back, straight arm. Now we're gonna lift, calf raises, I didn't even know the word, and 10. Can you tell I was delaying that? 9, 8, shoulders down and back, please. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Release the arms. Separate the feet hip width apart. Bring one hand on your heart, one hand on your belly. Take 3 breaths here. Maybe an ujjayi breath, right? Like blowing fog on a window. But your lips are together. Making a Darth Vader breath. Very good. Or maybe it sounds like ocean waves, like when you're breathing into a seashell. Or listening into a seashell, not breathing into a seashell. Oh my gosh. I already got yoga brain. La 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 la. Anyone else? A little loosey-goosey? It's good. It's good stuff. Okay. Let's flow a little bit here. Let's inhale, arms up. On the exhale, bring your hands to your hip, or you can leave those arms extended, but we're going to step the right foot forward. And I want you to bend the right knee, and then I want you to move into a warrior 2. So let's bring the left heel down, but the feet are perpendicular from each other. Okay, so I want you to open the side body towards the left, but I want you to look forward. Okay, so my hands can be here. Your hands can be here, or you can extend palms down. And I want you to make sure that that left shoulder, you might have to move it back a little bit. I want the shoulders in line with the hips here. Good, and a good opening with the right leg. So an external rotation in that right hip, please. But I want you to bring the weight into the outside edge of your left foot and all 4 corners of that right. Very nice. We're gonna drop the left hand down, or your left hand will reach for your right hip. Flip the right palm up and reach forward with the torso. So hinge in that right hip, opening and expanding in that right leg. Pause. Shoulders down and back, please. Lift that head up out of those shoulders. Now on an inhale, we're going to reverse our warriors. We're going to lift the palm up and expand in the right rib cage and compress in the left. Drop the neck back. Soften. Very good. You can bring the right forearm to the inside of the right knee, or the right hand onto a block, or tent the fingers or on the down. But we're going to move into a side angle here. So I'm going to start to open the chest and stack the left shoulder on top of the right. Now my hand can come behind my left hand can come behind my head, or it can reach and extend all the way up. Or if we're working on our bind, you know who I'm talking to, you're going to reach the left hand back towards the right hip, as far down on that right side of that leg as you can. Now, if we're doing that, we're also going to try to lower that right arm towards the ankle maybe, or underneath. If bind is in your practice, and take it on. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then I'm not talking to you. Stay right where you're at. Good. We're going to do a chaturanga. So I want you to lift the left heel and bring the hands to the mat. In a runner's lunge, pause, inhale here and lengthen. On your exhale, step the right foot back to meet the left and lower down, chaturanga. You're either taking it to hover or all the way to the floor, but either way, flip it up, inhale into a cobra or up dog. Exhale, take a downward facing. Good. Downward facing dog. Look at those heels. Can you feel how close to the floor they're getting? That's wonderful. We're going to stretch the right hip a little bit. So I want you to lift your right leg all the way up. Bend the right knee. Now stack the right hip on top of the left and keep the shoulders squared. Good. Move your right ankle in circles. 3 in one direction and 3 in the other direction. Now let's move that right knee circles. 1, 2, and 3. Go in the opposite direction with that knee. 1, 2, and 3. Now drop it down into downward facing dog. Thank you. Pause. Good. Bend the knees to hover. The shoulders are shifting towards the wrist, and then you're going to walk the hands back to the feet. Thank you. Fold. Exhale. Ooh, I got a little shake in my legs. Inhale, halfway lift, shoulder draw, ribs are extending. Exhale, fold it all the way out this time, and inhale, reverse your swan dive. So right in the hamstrings and the glutes. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, give me a wide elbow back bend. Follow that circulation with gentleness. Inhale, bring it all the way up. And exhale, hands come back on the hip. Let's work that second side. So you can keep your hands at your hip, hands at heart, or you can go ahead and extend those arms. Those are your options. Yeah, I don't know what else you'd want to do here, but I'm just going to step forward with this, my left foot in a lunge. Then I'm going to bring the right heel down, externally rotating. Just keeping that left hip externally rotated. Good. Arms are out. Warrior 2 is here. So now you're rooting down through the outside edge of that right foot and our 4 corners of the front. Is your right shoulder in line with that right hip? Shoulders down and back. Ribs together. Very good. Now we're going to bring the right hand to the right hip or back to the left hip and soften that right shoulder down. Flip the front palm, reach it forward, reach it forward, reach it forward and pause. Good. Torso's at an angle. I'm doing this on purpose. Please open that chest. Good. Very good. Now let's reverse. So lift that left hand up. Keep the weight evenly distributed in those feet. Compress on the right side. Drop the shoulders down a little more. Good. Expansion in the left. You're doing it. Keep breathing. Define your own happiness. Good. Let's release the left forearm towards the inside of the left leg. And again, that right hand can come behind the head as you stack the right shoulder on top of the left, or you can extend it up, opening here. The left hand can always move down to that inside of the left ankle or onto the floor or onto a block. Just depends on where you are in your practice. And those who are working their bind, we're going to reach and extend that right hand towards that left hip as far back as it can go. And then you're going to work that left hand down towards the ankle and really open. Yeah, there you go. It's a practice. You just got to practice. And keep it up. Don't give up. Inhale, lengthen. Just do your best. Inhale, lengthen. Do your best. Good. We're going to lift the right heel up and then square the shoulders and the hips with the mat. Do you know where I'm going? Yes, I am. I'm going to a vinyasa, chaturanga. All right, so runner's lunge here. I'm going to pause to breathe into my hip flexors and my hips. Then I step the left foot back to meet the right. Inhale at the top of my plank, and you can knees, chest, chin down, or you can shift the shoulders forward and then elbows straight back so that they rub your rib cage. Hover, flip the feet. Inhale, lift it up into an up dog or a cobra. You're welcome. You're doing so great. Exhale, bring the ribs in. Good. And shift into your downward facing dog. Very, very good. Now is a beautiful time as well to take a child's pose. So if you would like to drop those knees down, bring your big toes together. You can widen the knees wider than your ribs, or you can keep them compressed close together. But you are welcome to take a child's pose here, or you can stay in your downward facing dog. But we do need to stretch the left hip. So, if you are in that child's pose, please meet us back in downward facing dog. Very, very good. All right, let's lift the left heel straight up. Pinky toe down. Now bend that left knee and then stack the left hip on top of the right. Square your shoulders, please. So drop the right shoulder, drop the left shoulder so that they're in line. Now let's roll the ankle first. Sit in 3 directions. 1, 2, and 3. Go in the opposite. 3, 2, and 1. Now the knee, circle it. 1, 2, 3. Go in the opposite direction. 1, 2, and 3. Now let's all meet in child's pose. So knees down, big toe together. Reach and extend the arms out and flip those hands so that the palms are facing up in this child's pose. Draw the hips down towards the heels. Soften the shoulders, allow them to melt. And reach the hands forward just a little bit more. Away from you. We're just gently breathing here. Softening into the mat. And if your forehead does not reach the mat, it is okay to bring your hands into fists to allow your forehead to rest. And soften those hip bones all the way down. Notice what's happening in the body now. Notice the circulation. Notice where the tension is here. Allow your awareness to build within. Just to understand this season a little bit better. Very good. We're going to meet in a standing kneeling. So I want you to move the hands closer to the knees And then start to lift the bottom up and bring the knees in line with the hips. And then you can ragdoll, roll the spine, keeping the chin tucked. And as you get to the top, you can roll the shoulders back and down. 1, 2, 3, and forward. 1, 2, and 3. All right, keep it up. Exhale, side bend. Woo, these should feel amazing. Inhale, come up. Exhale, side bend. Inhale, come on up. Guess what's next? Exhale, wide elbows, little back bend, and actually release the hands to your bottom and press those hips forward. Oh my goodness, did you just get into a camel pose? I believe so. Hey, 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 is it your hump day? You're in a camel pose. And then release, so bring the lower ribs, lower belly together, ribs together. Good, and let's come to seated pose. Sit, sit, sit. Very nice, very nice. Yeah, let's actually bend the right knee in front of us, right leg. And then let's bring that left leg into a 90-90, please. And I want you to fold forward here. Hinge and fold, and then lift it up. Then I want to encourage you to switch your legs out. So I want you to bring that left leg forward and the right leg to the side in that 90-90 flex feet. Inhale here. Exhale, hinge. Inhale, come up. And since we're here, we're just going to extend this leg back into pigeon. Good. So bring the heel to the groin or to the right wrist, depending on your flexibility in those hips. Good. Soften that right hip flexor down, or whichever leg is extended back. Good. If quad stretching in pigeon, king pigeon basically is in your practice, I encourage you to do that. Either same arm, same leg. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I would just move to the side, but you may already be aware. I really like to do this in my practice. I'm trying to keep my shoulders squared and bring my heel to my bottom. And personally in my practice, I do like a lot of thoracic mobility as well. So I like to switch the hands out and twist here just to get, more openness in the lower back and different parts of the hip and the psoas as well. Very good. If you'd like to take a sleeping pigeon, you're welcome to do so. We're just going to take a few breaths here. Maybe an ujjayi breath would be in your practice here in this part of the flow. Good. Remembering our encouragement from young Pueblo that you need your own definition of happiness, one that reconnects you with the beauty of where you are now and does not postpone your joy until you accomplish something in the future. Good. Let's slowly come on up. We're going to place weight in the hip with the bent knee. So that for me, it's my right hip. And then I'm going to swing my right leg forward and bring that foot as far as I can on the top of this right knee, and then soften my right hip down. I like to call this twisted pretzel. I really don't know the other names for it in Sanskrit, so please don't judge me for that. Even though I have studied many, many hours, the Sanskrit vocabulary I still learn over and over again. So anyway, thank you. And let's twist. So I'm going to bring my forearm on the bottom of that knee and kind of hug this into my belly, trying to anchor this hip down. And then I'm going to use my right hand as balance and anchor it down because my right shoulder keeps wanting to come on up. So I might just bind it behind, hint, hint, and reach for that left hip with my right hand and twist gently, breathing deep into that piriformis muscle. Yeah, that muscle that's really deep in the butt. Yeah, I don't know why I talk like that sometimes, but yeah, that's what happens. Maybe it's because I have dogs, and dog people always have like weird voices when they're talking to their animals. I'm not sure if cat people have. I guess some might, but anyway, yeah, that's my little tangent. Happiness for me, yeah, being with dogs. Love it. I love it. Okay, let's release, unwind, sit up nice and tall. And then let's leave that opposite leg that we extended back. Let's bring it in the front. Let's pigeon on the other side, please. Good. Traditional pigeon is in your practice. Here you go. And again, the heel can be by the groin or by the opposite wrist. I'm going to take those quad stretches. Again, feels really good to me. It helps with my hip flexors as well that are always super tight from sitting or standing or life. Hello? Anybody? Yeah, me too. Whew, feels good. I'm going to switch it out here. Again, please pay attention to your body. Be aware of what's happening in your body. You do not have to mimic me. These are just ideas, options for your practice. Take it to your edge. Being gentle. Only accomplishing peace in the moment. Openness. Good. If you want to take that pigeon to sleep, you are welcome to reach it out, fold it out. You can take it all the way to the floor. Softening the hips down. Ujjayi breath here to calm the body, using the breath and the mind. Noticing the circulation in the body in this posture. Maybe even just becoming aware of how one side feels versus the other side. Just noticing. Just paying attention. You are encouraged to appreciate where you are in your practice today. You did this. You practiced today. Very good. We're slowly going to lift up and out. Bringing the weight of the body into the opposite hip. And we're going to swing that back leg around and forward, moving into our twisted pretzel on the second side. So I'm doing my best to put this foot all the way flat. And then I'm going to try to soften the hips so that they're even here in my twisted leg. Forearm comes underneath that knee, and then I'm going to lift up, separate the bones before I twist. And if we're practicing that bind and opening across the delt and bicep and chest, we're reaching for the opposite hip behind us. Thank you. And some of us might have to tense the fingers, but soften that shoulder down. Again, it's just a progression. Let's just breathe into it. Softening where we can, noticing where that stress or tension is, breathing into that space, just encouraging it to move, just move. Soften those shoulders down, please. Lift that chin up. Good. Maybe not all the way up, but I hope you understand that I'm saying pull the skull up out of the spine a little bit. So you're getting nice and tall. Nice and tall. Very good. Slowly begin to unwind. And I want you to compress here into a small little ball. Give yourself a little hug right here. Hug it in, hug it in. If you can bring your arms in front of your legs, great. If they're under your legs, great. Just want you to round in the spine. Chin comes into the chest. Very good. Now you're slowly going to make your way onto your back here. Either moving down to the forearms or just rolling back like a ball. And I just want you to rock a little from side to side, keeping the knees together, feet flexed. Massaging your lower fascia here. Good. Let's keep the left knee in towards the belly and extend the right leg all the way out. So heel to the floor, flex that foot, keep that right leg slightly active. Soften that hip down. Good. Now let's move the knee, left knee that's hugged in. Let's externally rotate that left hip so that the knee comes out towards the left side of the body, nice and slow. nice and slow. Open the shoulders. Good. And now use your hand below that left knee and bring that knee up towards the armpit. Little compression. Good. Now release that compression and move the knee down so that it's in line with the hip, and then rock that left knee all the way over to the right side of the body. You can use your right hand to come to the outside of that left leg. Good. Now, cactus your left arm so that your elbow is in line with your left shoulder, and allow your chin to start to move to the left shoulder. Just a neck rotation to the left. Not necessarily down, but just to the side. So your gaze is to the left. You're breathing deeply and you're doing your best to relax. Very good. We're slowly going to bring our entire body back into that knees to belly or knees to chest posture, okay? So back where we began. Flex the feet, rock a little bit from left to right, and begin to notice the difference between the left side and the right side of the body. Good. Keep the right knee into the belly or the chest. Extend that left leg all the way out, left heel to the mat. Soften those hips down, maybe soften those shoulders, bring the shoulder blades down. Maybe you have to lift and curl a little bit just to soften here. Hug it in. Hug that knee in towards your belly. Good. And it's okay if your hands are on your hamstrings as well. Good. Now we're slowly going to do an external rotation of the right hip. So you can leave your left hand on top of the left hip, and then external rotation of that right hip so that the right knee comes out towards the right side of the body. It's okay to plant the right elbow down to guide that knee out to the side. Good. And now use your right hand to move that right knee up toward the armpit in that angle. Soften that left hip down. Nice. Now, let's redirect that right knee down so that it's in line with the hip, and then slowly start to internally rotate that right hip by rocking that right knee all the way, guiding it with your right hand on the outside of it. And then your left hand will take over. Good. Now the right arm is going to cactus as the left hand, and you might have to lift your shoulder up a little, that left shoulder up, so that you can rotate that left knee down towards the right knee down towards the left side of the body. Good. Your gaze gently shifts to the right in a reclining spinal twist. And even in my own practice, I am way more open on the other side than I am with this side. And I'm just noticing. So I'm just using my left hand as support so that my right leg can just soften. I just practice, do my best here. Let's bring the knees into the belly, knees into the chest. Either hands on the hamstrings or below the knee. Give yourself a good little hug. And then we can all settle into our Shavasana. I will meet you here as well. Okay. Begin to soften each part of the body here. Breathing in deeply. Exhaling slowly. Maybe closing your eyes if you haven't already, just to become more aware of what's happening internally in our reading from today. You need your own definition of happiness. One that reconnects you with the beauty of where you are now and does not postpone your joy. Relax those toes, please. You need your own definition of happiness. One that reconnects you with the beauty of where you are now and does not postpone your joy until you accomplish something in the future. One that is centered on embracing and not striving. Good. Let's give ourselves a full body stretch here. You are welcome to stay in your Shavasana another minute or two for time's sake. I'm slowly going to redirect us back into simply seated. So now is a perfect time to pause, maybe set a timer for another minute or 2 or 4. You can unpause when you're ready. We're going to draw one knee up towards the sky, flatten that foot, and then slowly draw the opposite heel up so that that foot stays flat. Maybe windshield wiper the knees a little bit if you'd like, or go ahead and roll onto the left side of the body since that is where our heart is. Maybe bring your hands underneath your head for a side-lying fetal posture, taking a cleansing breath, and then pressing yourself up into a seated pose. Simply seated, please. Move the flesh away from the sacrum. Good. Let's inhale a definition of happiness. And what are we going to exhale? I already got to look at the thing. Exhale as you reconnect with the beauty of where you are now. Hand to heart. Good. Inhale. Do not postpone your joy until you accomplish something, and exhale that so that you are centered on embracing and not striving. Lastly, let's just inhale joy and bring that into our heart space. And as we exhale, we can share that with the world around us. May you be happy. May you be healthy. May you live a life of ease. Namaste. Thank you for joining me today in Lookout Yoga.